Hello, I'm June. That's surely changing. This is my YouTube channel. This is my first video, so I was in the shower before this. As you can tell, my hair. And I was thinking about what I would do for this video. And I figured I'd just talk about myself. I'm 17. My name is June, which I'm going to be changing. I'm a female to male transgendered. I feel like I should talk about, my coming out story. It's not as great as I see other transgender YouTubers is, but alright. So basically, growing up, I was raised with my mom. My mom wasn't the best at acknowledging the fact that I wanted to be a boy. My mom was a lesbian, is a lesbian, which a lot of people ask me, why would she not accept you if she's a lesbian? Doesn't make sense. The reason why is because I was her only daughter, so she made it clear from a young age that I was going to be her only daughter. So, growing up, I would go through phases where I would try to be a girl, then I go right back to dressing like a boy because I just didn't like it. I started wearing boy clothes whenever I was really young. I was like 8 or 9 maybe, and they're my brother's boy clothes, and my mom would buy me boy clothes. She was more like telling me that I was a lesbian, and that's what I believed for the longest time. Whenever I was like 7 years old, I remember I asked one of my brothers one time if they ever felt like they weren't supposed to be the person that they were born to be. I don't know what I said, but I was young and I didn't understand it. My brothers were like, no. So I was like, maybe it's just me. I was like, maybe I'll grow out of it. Here I am. Yeah. So, whenever I was around like 13, I was dating this one girl, and I still talk to her. I was dating this one girl. She kind of like helped me pick out my first boy name, and I forgot what we decided on. She got me into a lot of bad stuff, and after me and her got split up, I went into a deep depression, which it wasn't really getting into it. I was already pretty into it. It was just like that happening, kind of just made everything worse. So, from the time I was 13 to December last year, I have been in and out of facilities. And the reason why is because first time I was just in a whole bunch of bad stuff. I was doing a lot of bad stuff, and they wanted to get me help. So, when I was in there, I was like, maybe I should just be a girl. I used to always think this would have never happened if I would have never dressed like a boy, and if I liked boys. And so I started dressing like a girl, I started acting like a girl, and I hated it. Whenever I got out of that first facility, I moved with my dad here in Oklahoma, is where I'm at now. I'm with my dad again. I would visit with my mom, and whenever it was 2017, I tried a regular school again. So I was going into the 9th grade, and my dad was like, do you want to try a high school, there's going to be a lot of ninth graders there, you'll fit in, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. But I lasted like a couple days because my anxiety and that, like, you get that feeling when people are staring at you. I used to always get that. I still do. So I did homeschooling, and then December of 2017, I went to visit with my mom, and for Christmas. And in January, I decided to stay with my mom, and then everything went south. I was back to dressing like a boy. Well, I was already dressing like a boy in December. Those periods don't last long. I would have arguments. Then I had bad dysphoria one day, and it was just really bad. It was one of the worst times in that time frame, and I overdosed. They put me in a psychiatric hospital, and then I got out in like a week, and 2 weeks later I was back in there because I fought with my mom's. Like fist fought with my mom's. And from there I went to another facility, and I was there for 8 months and 2 days, and that was the worst time of my life. And I've been through a lot of stuff, man. But the time in there, my therapist, Miss Nathaniel, she helped me kind of like open up and be myself and be okay with who I am. I met more transgender people in there, so I didn't feel alone, and they kind of helped me. They helped me a lot, actually. Remember, I met this one person named Logan, and he helped me a lot. He helped me figure out a name, but it didn't stick for long. I met someone named Marcus, and he was fucking awesome. So yeah, I met a lot of good people in there, and a lot of trans people in there, and they helped me. So I came out to my dad whenever I was in there. I told him, I was like, I didn't even tell him that I was transgender. I was like, so one of my transgendered friends was telling me that since I'm 16, I could start testosterone. And my dad was just like, he was like, alright, did you want to do that? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, just think about it throughout the rest of the time being there, and then once you get out, if you still want to do it, we can do it. Because I had to go with him, I couldn't go back with my mom. So I felt like really happy after that phone call, and we only got 15-minute phone calls, and my dad has been probably the most accepting, which I'm really grateful for. Once I got out in December, and it was like January, for my birthday, my dad got me some binders, and I barely started wearing binders this year. I'm wearing one of mine right now. I feel great. I remember once I got that binder, I could not take it off. I didn't want to take it off. I didn't want to go anywhere without it. I slept with it on, which isn't really good. So my dad helped me through a lot. This year I actually tried going to another high school again. Didn't work out again. I had a freak out when I saw a fight. And yeah, so I didn't go there no more. My dad told me that I'd get my GED, and I actually have my GED now. I got my GED, happy about that. My dad is starting to take me driving. And my dad is letting me start testosterone like he told me he would let me. I'm supposed to be getting it sometime this week, so really happy. But point of this video is that this YouTube channel is me singing, because one, music is my life. I love music. I write my own songs, I rap my own songs. I'm not the best singer, but I do like to sing. And you don't really see a lot of transgendered people that are males, female to male, that sing. So I was like, why don't I be one of them, you know? I haven't seen any, so yeah. That's me. This is my first video. Hope you guys semi-like it. Alright. Talk to you guys later.